Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll continue our trailer park build. Let's get building. Gaming for XP and welcome back to Starlight. We took a week off last week, but we're back into it this week and continuing our build here in the trailer park. So today we're going to make a little Overwatch hut for our guard, who is keeping guard on the left, up to the left there. And you can see I've already put a foundation in. This is a pretty simple building to get done. It's not too hard. Doesn't present too many problems for me. Pretty simple kind of design, and you would have seen, if you watched my videos before, you would have seen a similar type of design. Just trying to figure out the best way of doing this. And I like these railing pieces from Workshop Rearranged. They help this look a lot. Some of the other wall pieces that are those kind of half walls are a little bit too high, whereas that railing there is the perfect height for what I want to do. So put those half walls on in a door just so I can get the roof height, and put a roof on, and then we can. So we don't want. Do we want that one? I guess we do. We'll try it anyway. Yeah, it gives it a little bit more height, so it's not too bad. Fine, that's good. No, I like that. Put some pillars in, I guess, just to make it look as though it's supported. Even though I don't want to get ruin martyrs, but yeah. This could almost qualify as a quick build. I've just launched that on the channel this week, so if you haven't checked those out yet, the quick build videos, please have a look at them. They're designed just to help you with your settlements and put some quick buildings, or give you some quick ideas of how to build things for your settlements that can be done in kind of 5 to 7 minutes. So yep, that looks fine to me. It's what I kind of was looking for. That roof's sitting a little bit, looks a bit weird, but we can fix that. That's not an issue. Because of these pieces that we have now, these pieces here, these kind of cross beams, it's perfect. That will just fix that gap up there. No problem. And of course, here we go. We've fallen off and we're stuck. So didn't take long, did it? So they're a great addition to your. If you can get a mod that has these cross beams, please find one. We've done it again. We've fallen off again. Maybe we'll go inside and try and do it. Yep, that's a bit more. That's a smarter way of doing it. These can be a little bit tricky, but once you get the first one in, they're generally pretty straightforward. So that's all right. Let's just plug that gap. Makes it look as though it's not floating anymore, that roof. Okay, all good. So what next? So I'm just putting a little bit of a floor on the top here, just to cover over that vent there. Not sure that that's doing much, but anyway. And all we need now is our mesh fence, and we're done, pretty much. So I've used these in the past. In fact, before I had the chain link fences, I actually used to use that other steel fence. So, however, the chain links do get quite a run in this settlement, and you know, it just makes this area look like it's a little security area. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that look. One I've used a lot in a lot of different settlements, but that's okay. I mean, it's just my preference, I guess. Now this last one, of course the last one's going to fight me. So I don't know, I've been finding a lot lately that it's just, you got to find that right angle. And maybe going outside, I don't know if I can go outside and try and do it, or, well, you put it down outside and then try and bring it in. Several ways of doing it. It wants to snap on the outside there. Sometimes it's worth letting just a piece snap on that outside and then put another piece in, but there we go. That's alright, that went in okay. Probably needs to come across a bit though. There we go, we're back on it. And that's, see, that's, so I have been using Place Anywhere. I finally figured out, thanks to a friend of the channel, Turkey Buzzard, was telling me about, you can actually switch the collision off. And I've been playing around with that a bit since I made these videos. These videos were made a little while ago. And geez, it makes a difference when you're trying to do this kind of stuff. So thanks for the tip, and I'm using it. But it's, generally I'm recording these videos. There we go. So it was the other piece that you can see what was causing the problem. That piece that I originally had in was causing the issue. But yeah, I make these videos generally quite a few weeks ahead. So it's just a case of that build order's fighting me again. You can see it. Anyway, that's okay. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, I was building at the castle on the weekend, and yeah, the first building that I built was fantastic. It went in fine, and then the second building, I fought for probably well over an hour to try and configure it. And even after the stream finished, I actually had to spend quite a bit of time getting it right, but sometimes Fallout does that to you. Yeah, and it's always a learning curve. And even given the amount of stuff that I've built over last year and a half, 2 years, I still come across issues and still have problems building things at times. Of course, it was my own fault because I tried to do something that was pretty complicated and hadn't really thought it through fully, but yeah, that was okay. So if you want to check that out, check the live stream video from last weekend, go and watch it. Probably about 20 minutes in, somewhere around there. So weirdly, I don't know what was going on, but at the end of that segment I was saving the game for some reason. But we're back. And I'm going to use the railroad carriages or boxcars, however, yeah, whatever you would call them, put them in here. So one of the things that I've kind of noticed, I think I've mentioned it in a previous video, is that the caravans, vans, whatever, RVs, whatever. No, let's not start that again. They're all the same colour. There's no contrast there. So when you look at the settlement, there's not a huge deal of contrast when you look at it. So I'm trying to introduce some colour and some variety into the settlement. So the boxcars are perfect for that. So for some reason it doesn't want to place, but we will place it anyway. Bring it forward a little bit, just a little bit more. Right there, that's perfect. Straighten her up and we're good. And what I'm going to build here is a little medical clinic. I thought a little building, like a little area like this, little settlement like this, would have at least some kind of medical practitioner within the settlement. So that's what we're going to build here. We don't want to make, no, we're going to extend it or not. No, I think we'll just leave it like that. I think very similar to the workshop I made in the first video. I want to keep it nice and compact, and obviously this also gives a little bit more dimension and a little bit of a different look and different materials, but also it is working with everything else within the settlement. So you just put a little bit of a platform in here, and I'll struggle for a wee bit to do that. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but I'm going to leave it in because you can see you see all the different configurations that I try before I actually end up getting the right one. And the answer is actually right in front of me, but anyway, yeah, slow learner, because I end up using the scaffolding, which I think I'll go to now. And yeah, that's what I've used in the other part of the settlement, so it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, anyway. Took me a while to figure it out. So just place these. I'm not sure that being inside is probably the best place to try and figure this out, but that's what we're doing. Might hop out. Yeah, there we go. and that looks as though it's too big, and that's the beauty of coming outside. Again, when you're building things like this, it's a case of just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, and you know, it looks as though it's going to be much better. So just try and get it as close as possible. Yeah. There we go. That should just about do there. Just trying to get that extra inch or just millimeter it. Get this close there. There you go. Oh, go with that. That's perfect. And sometimes it's worth doing that, just getting that extra little bit out of the what you're doing, just so you can get close enough. We'll put a little ramp up there. We're in. Nice. I'd like to see that a little bit squarer, but that's fine. I'm actually thinking that a long piece would have probably suited it better, but we'll leave it for now and we'll just keep going. Now I toss up whether I want to put door on here. I think in the end of that, I don't bother, because it just doesn't look right. So yeah, no, I just leave it for now, I think, and I think it's getting dark, so we'll go and have a sleep in a second, and you don't have to worry about it, because we see a quick transition and we're back. There we go. So what next? So this is something that I wanted to keep it leave-in, because there's obviously this gap there, and I wanted to put something there. And again, you know, in the same kind of thinking as trying to break it up and add a little bit of colour. This this doesn't work for me in the end, but I'll leave it there for now. And I thought I'd leave it in this video because I thought it's worth seeing just how the process that you go through when you're building and trying things and seeing whether it works. And having a look, see that could work. I mean, you could support that, you could do something with it, but ultimately I find something else to put here. So you'll see that a little bit later. I don't think in this video, but maybe in the next video. So I'm gonna actually continue to I'll put some legs under this and just show you what you could possibly do with something like this. Just make sure it looks supported. These trees are getting in the way. Yep, looks alright. It adds a bit of colour. Probably needs to be a bit straighter, but yeah, there we go. Straighten it up a little bit. No, I think I made it worse. So we're going to go up, and I will probably cut to the final tour of what we've done in here, and then that'll be it for today. So here you can see we're back now. I'm trying to keep this angle pretty tight because there's a whole section to the left that I haven't built yet. Well, I've built it, but you haven't seen it yet. So you can see the container's gone now, and we've replaced it with this container here. Well, I haven't done anything with that quite yet, but here we go. Here's the medical area. I've kept it pretty simple. Such. I've been using these curtains a lot lately, and if you check out the progress build on the castle at the weekend, I take it up a notch with the curtains. We'll go up here, and I've done some decoration in the trailer, so I might as well have a look. See, I just made this all. Oh, that was clipping that TV for some reason. Again, kept it nice and simple. Oh, these curtains are everywhere now. It's just something that came to me, and I've been using it a lot. So, can we get out, or is dog meat? No, we're good. So we'll close the door. There we go. And then we'll go up here and show you the little shack that we made in here. There we go. Not much to it. Here's his radio and a few bits of ammunition in the bed and whatnot. And we've also put a little turret there just to protect everybody and keep them safe. And now I'm stuck in between here for some reason. That's it. Luckily for you, you didn't have to wait for the 5 minutes it takes to load my menu up to see what happens. So there we go, guys, that's it all finished. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know the support's been good, and if you haven't already subscribed, leave a like, and we'll catch you next time.